Let's get this 500 off right, boy! We'll come home and win the Daytona 500!
Eric Monaco is gonna win at Pocono for the Subway 100.
Jake Galloway will win at Darlington in the Powerade Truck Series.
Coming off the corner, it's going to be Ben Crouch taking home the win here at Chicagoland.
Really though? No he won't! Kuklon! What's up everyone, it's your boy NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Talladega Super Speedway as we get set to go racing for race 12 of 16 for season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series. It's going to be a wild one for the Peco Foods 250, the third and final Super Speedway race of season number 3, and at the end of 22 laps we will find out of who will make it into the round of 12 and have a shot at making it to the final 4, and then eventually having a shot at winning the whole shebang at Homestead. Last time out at Michigan, it was an interesting one to say the least. The first 18 laps was calm, and then the last 12 laps were complete pandemonium. So it's going to be an interesting one of to say the least, and to see if we will make it into the round of 8. Coming into this race, this is how the playoff standings shake up going into race 12 on the season. Ben Watson, after getting his third win on the season last time out at Michigan, he locked himself in one race early before Talladega, so he's locked into the round of 8. PJ Williams, who has pretty much been the most consistent driver so far this season, is the best driver right now in points that could be in if he has a good enough run. He's 34 points above the cutoff line. Third in points is Elsman Ahmed, 18 points above. Fourth is Keegan Thompson, 17 points above. Fifth is Roger Hampton, 12 points above. Sixth is Jeremy Baylor, 11 points above. Seventh is Nathan Baylor, 9 points above, and right on the cutoff line, Noah Clifton in the number 98 for Thor Sport is 1 point in as of now, and then the 4 trucks that are outside the cutoff line coming into this race is Francois Chastain, 1 point out. Eli Bright has been probably one of the more consistent drivers this season. It's 4 points out. Same for Brett Steele. He's been super consistent. Got that win at Pocono, I believe. And now he's 8 points out. And then Shane Winslow in 12th. He's 16 points out coming into this race. So a lot of things are on the line, and for all but maybe 1 or 2 drivers, they have a lot to lose here tonight at Talladega. Heck, PJ Williams has technically not clinched his spot. Sure, he's 34 points above, but there's 36 trucks. So anything can and will happen here today at Talladega Super Speedway. And with that being said, here is the top 10 starting positions for race 12 on the season and for the Peco Foods 250. Quinton Moore starts on the pole, and alongside him is Christian Vargas. He's been pretty solid, about top 20 in the points all season in this 10 car for Joe Cobb Racing, and he will return to this 10 team in season number 4. Role number 2 is Jake Galloway, who we know that he will go to a newly formed Spencer Davis Motorsports next season, and alongside him is the 87 of Daniel Royals. Role number 3, we have Bobby Frazier and Jeremy Baylor. Role number 4, we have Leroy Minute, and the last week's winner, Ben Watson, in the number 6. And then rounding out the top 10, we have Nathan Baird in the 44, and Christian Russell in the number 92. So, making sure that everyone is rolling, and they are. It's going to be a wild one here today at Talladega. 22 laps, no pit stops since it is a super speedway. but it's gonna be a wild one, 22 laps. And at the end of the day, we will know of who will make it into the round of 8, and we will know who will see the championship hopes go up in smokes here at probably at one of the most unpredictable racetracks on the schedule. It's the round of 12 finale for the Power Truck Series. Who will make it into the round of 8? We just have to wait and see. It's starting to get crunch time here in the Truck Series. After this race, they get a break. Well, not really a break. They go to Royal American Nets, but still, here we go. Quentin Moore and Christian Vargas. The round of 12 ends right here, right now. The final race of the round of 12. Who will get eliminated and who will get into the round of 12? into the round of 8. Let's find out. And we are green for the Peco Foods 250 at Talladega. Jake Galloway, the number 51 truck for KBM, will leave that number 1 from starting in 3rd. Leroy Minute up to 2nd, and here comes Nathan Baird, plus 9, and here comes Brett Sealer, 8 points outside the cutoff line. He needs a lot of help if he wants to make it into the round of 8. But here's the thing, a lot of things can happen, and we have a lot of different scenarios here in this race, and we won't know of who will move on into the round of 8 until the checkered flag falls, and we might not even know even then until at the end of this video. So it's gonna be a long 22 laps for these drivers. But right now, Jake Galloway loves racing right in front of him, and he's gonna lead the first 2 laps here at Talladega. Brett Sealer right behind him in 2nd, and here comes Cody Smoke in 3rd, trying to get to the side of Sealer, and he will. But not Brett Sealer, but Cody Smoke in 2nd, and here comes DJ Reed in this 0-2 for Young's Motorsports. Young's Motorsports, and when I say that, both trucks are up front, Winslow and DJ Reed. So Young's Motorsports is going to have a completely different driver lineup for next season, as Winslow is going over to the newly formed Hill Motorsports. And the number 56, and DJ Reed's going over to the number 8 for Nimco. So Young's Motorsports is going to have a completely different driver lineup for season number 4 next season. But that's not what they're worried about right now. They have 2 trucks that could easily go to victory lane here today at Talladega. And right now, Jake Galloway is still out front. Roger Hampton was in 2nd, but now Winslow is going to take that 2nd place spot to playoff drivers. And here comes Josh Williamson, he did start the season pretty solid in the truck series, but now it's just gone downhill. And here comes Noah Clifton. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to be aggressive. I should say here today at Talladega, plus 1. He needs to get a good one if he wants to make it into the round of 8. Here comes Owen Miles in the 52 as well for Hammer Friesen Racing. And here comes Keegan Thompson, who I guess is one of the surprising drivers in the playoffs. He pointed his way in, but barely. But he's done a great job, plus 17 coming into this race. And if he can get past Jake Galloway, then he could become plus 18 with a bonus point. But Francois Chastain, who's plus 1 out, he would love to get a bonus point and tie Noah Clifton. For that final transfer spot as of now. And actually, it won't even matter because right now he's above, I'm ahead of Noah Clifton. So I think right now, Francois Chastain would get that last transfer spot. But no, Clifton, they keep on cycling from second on back, and no one wants to go for this race lead and get past Jake Galloway. But Francois Chastain might want to, and he is moving in that 75 machine. And here comes Jonathan off. He's had a bad season. Don't know if he will return next season. We know he's not returning to that 13 truck, as Benny Watson will go to that 13 truck, and that's going to be a big upgrade for Thorsport. That's for sure. Here comes Trey Smith in the number 34 for Raymond Bros Racing. And they're moving right up to the front. And meanwhile, lead change here at Talladega. Jake Galloway led the first 5 laps, but he's not going to lead them anymore, at least for now. Well, really, he gets a good one through the 12 on the top side, and he will. Wow. Jake Galloway still technically leading here at Talladega. He's led all 6 laps up to this point, but I don't think he's going to be leading much longer, because Francois Chastain and Osman Albin are working together on this inside lane here at Talladega. And Stephen Cohen as well, almost 3 and 4 wide here at Talladega. So far so good, a third of the way through this time by here at Talladega for the Peco Foods 250. So far so good, no 4 wide carnage yet, and that is a good sign to see. And Galloway's still going to try to take the, he's still going to lead it. Galloway, he is somehow doing this on that top side in the 12 for the past 2 laps, and he's still leading here at Talladega. But now he's on the 3rd lane, and I don't know if he's going to be able to lead much longer. Stephen Cohen out front at Talladega, and here comes the poster, Quinton Moore on this inside lane from help from Aston Tall, from help from 18 of Justin Zaidel, who I will just flat out say it, I kind of doped on Justin Zaidel. I thought he was a rookie, but I didn't realize until looking back at my old videos that Zaidel actually made it into the Final Four in season number 1 of what was the M&M's Truck Series. So I am sorry for Justin Zaidel. He's not technically a rookie, so this is technically his 2nd season in the Truck Series. So I do apologize for that mistake. Oh well. So technically this is Zaidel's 2nd season in the Powerade Truck Series, but anyway, Zaidel is going to try to go to the inside and take the race lead from the poster, Quinton Moore, who's back out front, and he has no help on that bottom. Now Zaidel does, but it was too little, too late. Zaidel getting help from foils, Leroy Minute, but Sierra, Ben Watson, he doesn't have to win. It would be nice for him to get win number 4. He's already the winningest driver in the NIRA with 9 wins, but he would love to get win number 4 on the season in the Powerade Truck Series. Here today at Talladega, but he doesn't need to. He's already locked into the round of 8. But then again, if he does, then that would give him a big time advantage going into the round of 8 and possibly making it into the Final 4. So I don't know. But anyway, 10 laps in, and I was gonna say that about half the field was double file and half the field was 3 wide, but now things have changed. Now almost the whole field is 3 by 3 by 3. But Sierra, who needs a good one, comes in here. I believe 8 points out of the cutoff line. He needs a good one if he wants to make it into the next round. But here comes Dale Camel. He's going over to Nice Motorsports next season. He almost made it into the playoffs. He probably should have made it into the playoffs if only he didn't. I think, yeah, if he didn't get a bad pit stop or something like that at Pocono, he would have made it into the playoffs. Dale Camel was probably the best driver that didn't make the playoffs this season, and he had something to prove here today at Talladega. No, almost 4 wide, but Schumansdorf thought better of it. He thought about making it 4 wide to the inside of Vargas, but he thought better of it going into turns 3 and 4. Dale Camel out front. Chloe Small in second, and here comes the season number 1 champion Juan Garcia. He's gonna make a aggressive move, 3 wide for the race lead. And that is 4 wide in the middle of the pack. This is a bit sketchy going into turn number 1. Seidel and PJ Williams is right in the middle of it, and there they go. PJ Williams is involved. And he's the only championship contender that's involved. And he took a big shot into the outside wall. Jake Galloway, PJ Williams, that was 3 of the 4 KBM drivers that were involved in that. And that is huge for PJ Williams. Oh boy, sure he was 34 points in, but he didn't need to get involved in the crash because, oh boy, PJ Williams might not make it into the round of 8 now. But meanwhile, Shane Winslow, he comes in, he has 16 points out. He wants to get a bonus point and become 15 points out. And from the help of Clifton, Winslow will win the race back to the line past halfway here at Talladega. And now Winslow is 15 points out with that bonus point. But oh boy. Things just got a little bit interesting here at Talladega. And especially for PJ Williams. He took a big shot into the outside wall. And if he's slow at all, which looks like he might be, then the regular season champion might not make it into the round of 8. Sure, he was plus 34, but he was not locked in. And now he might, if he goes out, if he's out from that, then he's not making it, most likely. Because there's 36 trucks, that's 46 points for winning the race. And then 36, let's see. I think if you get last, get like 7 points. So I don't know. If PJ Williams is out from this, then he might miss it by a couple of points. Let's see, is PJ Williams gonna be out from this crash? And he will. Oh boy. PJ Williams is out because of that crash here at Talladega. The one time that they went 4 wide, PJ Williams got involved. And from the looks of it, he's gonna finish, most likely, in last place. That's how Talladega is. You come in here plus 34, and Talladega doesn't care. It doesn't care if the 1 point in or 34 points in. It's gonna reach out and grab you. The first time that they went 4 wide, and that was the trouble spot. We see a lot here at Talladega. Exiting 12 and entering turn number 1, and unfortunately it strikes again, and it takes out probably one of the championship favorites, PJ Williams, in the number 46 truck for KBM. But before we go back green, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day here at Talladega, and for the Peco Foods 250 for the Powerade Truck Series Season number 3. Here we go, this happened. Leroy Minnick got shoved out of line from, because of Darren Voiles, and that's what caused this 4 wide situation. And, if it wasn't for that, we would have been fine. But because of that, and because because 4 wide does not look at Talladega, unfortunately we saw team trouble between, Seidel and PJ Williams here. And, because of that, they went up the racetrack, they got into each other, and this hit was a big hit, and that took out PJ Williams. Madsen Tall got a piece of it, and so did the 83 of Quinton Moore. I don't think Galloway got involved. Doesn't look like it. So looks like it was the 412 incident between PJ Williams, Quinton Moore, Seidel, and Minnick. Maybe Mazenthal as well. Don't really know for sure, but a mild crash, but a crash with championship implications. That's for sure. I did the math, and because he had a 34-point advantage over the cut line, if he finishes 35th or 36th, which I think he will, because he's the first one out, and I think the only one that's gonna be out, um, then PJ Williams should, depending on what happens, he could make it in by a couple of points, so he could miss it and miss the round of 8 by a couple of points. So a long way to go. We just have to wait and see what happens, but that crash may have just taken out PJ Williams from making it into the round of 8 here at Talladega. Following along with the 46 of PJ Williams, and yeah, Minnick got forced up the racetrack because of Williams, and because of that, there was no full wide, and just nothing that they could have done. Sure, they could have backed out, but if they backed out, then they would have crashed behind them because there was still 3 more rows of 3 wide. So there wasn't anything that anyone could have done right there. So yeah, it's gonna be fairly close for PJ Williams now, but depending on what happens for the rest of this race, if he can make it into the round of 8, it would be heartbreaking knowing that of how strong he's been. But that's how Talladega is. That's what happens when Talladega ends up being the round of 12 finale. It can shake things up like a dime. Meanwhile, it was Shane Winslow getting a bonus point for leading a lap. He's now 15 points below the cutoff line. Still needs a lot of work if he wants to make it. But still a handful of laps to go, so he might be able to win and make it. Winslow will lead us back to the green. And with that being said, let's go and get back to restart here at Talladega Super Speedway, and for the Peco Foods 250. Welcome back here at Talladega Super Speedway. We will go back green on that number 17 of 22. Not many laps to go here in the Peco Foods 250. We will go back green with 6 laps to go, I believe, in this one. PJ Williams, he is going to finish last, but like I said, he could make it in by a couple of points, or he could miss it by a couple of points. We won't really know until the end of this race. I will say that Leroy Minnick and Justin Seidel, they are 1 lap down, I believe. So, yeah, the top 10 on the restart, he is coming to 6 laps to go here at Talladega. Looks like there's Shane Winslow, Christian Vogus, Noah Clifton. I believe that's the 4 of Juan Garcia, the 8 of Bradley Ream, the 97 of Cody Smollett, the 33 of Stephen Thompson, the 6 of Brennan Watson, the 99 of Jeremy Baylor, and the 49 of Bobby Frazier. Outside the top 10, 6 laps to go here at Talladega Super Speedway, and 6 laps to go in the round of 12. That's not what Noah Clifton wants on that top side. We saw that happen to Alexi in the Powerade truck race, in the part-time qualifying race, I should say. Alexi started second and finished like 12th in 1 lap. Sure, he has 6 laps, but still has not a lot of time to move his way up through to the front. And for Clifton, he's 1 point in. So it's very interesting here at Talladega. But focus out front, Juan Garcia, and now that's gonna be the number 33 of Stephen Thompson going for the race lead, and the number 33 for Wayne I cannot speak, for Wayne Blows Racing, and now he is to the race lead. Baylor, he would love to get his 3rd win and his 1st win distance all the way back at Chicagoland. But Bobby Frazier is not going to let that happen. He's going to get to the inside of Baylor and go out to second place. And Owen Miles in the 52. Up front, DJ Reed, Zachary DeLotto, Roger Hampton, Dale Campbell, Matt Anderson, and the number 30 we haven't seen him always, Nathan Baird. The one of Clayton McKee, we haven't seen him up front always long. Neither have we seen Voiles up front that much, I don't think. We haven't seen, oh, that's almost full wide. That is full wide. We haven't seen the 22 or the 92 always long either up to this point. That's full wide, but I think they're going to settle back down, and they will just fine. Back to the lead, back to the lead battle. Bobby Frazier and DJ Reed battling for the race lead. And oh, they're wrecking again! Around they go! And they did not save it. No, they're not. Brett Sela, Christian Vargas, Shane Winslow, Keegan Thompson, Jimmy Baylor, Roger Hampton. A lot of playoff drives involved in this one. That might have just sealed Brett Sela's fate and Shane Winslow's fate. And that's going to end the race. And meanwhile, back to the line, Bobby Frazier, in a full finish, won the race. Wow. How close was it? 0.001. The same thing happened at Michigan. Michigan happened all over again. This keeps on happening in my stuff right now. Freaking, oh boy. Wow. The same margin of victory. Can't speak, I'm so sorry. The same margin of victory that happened at Michigan between Ben Watson and Jacob Thibodeau. Part-timer versus full-timer. And Ben Watson won. And now this time, Bobby Frazier versus DJ Reed. And the part-timer won of Bobby Frazier. Wow. But the big thing, Roger Hampton, he is on pit road. And he came in here plus 12. Jimmy Baylor came in here plus 11. Christian Vargas, who was up front, is all torn up. And for Shane Winslow, yeah, he's coming down onto pit road. So he was 15 points after getting the bonus point for winning that, but that's going to seal his fate. I think that's going to seal his fate. He's going to come home in like 27th or something like that. I think Noah Clifton might be safe, but where's Francois Chastain? Noah Clifton's going to get 22nd. But Francois Chastain's going to get 16th. So I think, depending on what happens with Baylor, Jimmy Baylor in the 99, he's going to go back out, but he's going to be one lap down. Oh boy. Pretty sure Baylor's gonna make it now because he's the highest playoff driver. Hom is gonna be good. Bright could be in. Chastain could be in. We know that Ben Watson's already been in. I don't know about Noah Clifton. And yeah, Francois Chat and Shane Winslow is not gonna make it. He's definitely not gonna make it. He has a lot of hood damage on that number 20. So, Roger Hampton, I don't think he's gonna make it. He's gonna be 33rd, so he's gonna be out. Winslow is gonna be out as well. But Seal's gonna be out. But the big question is who's gonna be the last one out and who's gonna be in? Because I'm pretty sure that Brett Sealer, Roger Hampton, and Winslow are all gonna be out now because of that. Where's Baylor though? Where's Baylor? He's out though as well. So Baylor might not have made it. I think Francois Chastain and oh, Colin Smell just went kaboom during the pace lap. Well, that's gonna be another spot for like for Brett Sealer, but it's not gonna matter that much. Well, I think that might have just done it. I think Baylor, sure he won twice and he started the season strong, but he has not been that good since Chicagoland and like since mid-season. So I think that just sealed it. I think the 4 drivers that are not gonna make it into the round of 8 is gonna be Brett Sealer, Roger Hampton, Shane Winslow, and Baylor. I think I think the first one out will be either PJ Williams, Baylor, or maybe Noah Clifton. I don't know. It's close. It's gonna be interesting. On score 4. But before that, let's see what happened to bring out the second and final caution here in the Peco Foods 250 here in the round of 12 finale here at Talladega Super Speedway. Here we go. This will happen 4 wide. Once again, Dale Camel through the middle of Baylor and Hampton, and they just beat. They started to beat in Bain, and up the track they went. I thought they were gonna save it, but nowhere to go for Baylor and Hampton right here. I thought they were gonna save it, but then they went sliding again, and nowhere to go for Focus, and nowhere to go for Sierra or Tall, and then Winslow got on his side. Nowhere to go for Keegan Thompson as well. I didn't even realize that he was involved, so that could be huge for Keegan Thompson. He might not make it, or he could be like one of the running of not making it. So Winslow, Sierra, Bauer, Hampton, and Thompson, 5 out of the 12 playoff drivers were involved in this crash. So I really don't know if who's gonna make it into the round of 8 now. We just have to wait and see with score 4, and it looks like Ben Watson got a piece of that as well. So a lot of trucks involved. The big one's straight here at Talladega with a handful of laps to go, and it's gonna be interesting if he makes it into the round of following along with Roger Hampton. He had nothing to do. He was just in the 4 wide situation gone wrong. I thought they were gonna save it, but then Focus and all cleanly after that. Pretty much all I can say is that the big one happened. But also no, Clifton, he did an amazing record for us to get by all that. And who knows, with Clifton doing an amazing record for us, that might just helped them make it into the round of 8 because of that. A big time crash here at Talladega, and we just see Cody Smollett blow up as well, so that's unfortunate under the caution. But let's go ahead and get to the final lap, where as long as nothing happens, Bobby Frazier will win this race here at Talladega. Before we get to the final lap, I'm just gonna real quick see of how close this was between DJ Reed and Bobby Frazier. Yeah, that was really close. Not as close as what happened at Michigan, but still very close. 0.001, and Bobby Frazier was able to win here at Talladega. And as long as nothing happens in this last half of the lap, looks like Frazier will win here at Talladega. So now I have to rethink this. Alright, so Thompson is out, and he was 17 points above the cutoff line. Of course, we all know what happened to PJ Williams. He's plus 34 coming into this race. Jimmy Baylor, he's out. So 3 out of the 4 guys that we thought had the best shot at winning the championship finished 34th, 35th, and 36th. Roger Hampton also finished 1 lap down, and he was 12 points in, and Baylor was 11 points in. So I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure Winslow is not gonna make it. He was always 16 points out, and he finished 29th. And I don't think Brett was gonna make it because he was 8 points out and he finished 27th. But anyway, coming across the line, Bobby Frazier in a close full finish is gonna win the Peco Foods 250 and win the race 12 out of 16 in a wild Talladega race here at in Alabama. And a wild race for sure here at Talladega Super Speedway. It always is, and this race did not disappoint. Frazier with the win, DJ Reed in second, DeLillo in third, Thompson in fourth, Miles in fifth, Anderson in sixth, Clark McKee in seventh, Dale Campbell in eighth, Ream in ninth, and Foyles in 10th. Christian Russell in 11th, Jake Galloway in 12th, Baylor, who we didn't really see a lot of playoff drivers, but we saw a handful of them up front. But it ended up being Nathan Baylor's the highest playoff driver in 13th. He should easily make it. Scott in 14th, Osman Ahmed in 15th. He came in here plus 18, so he most likely is fine. Francois Chastain came in here 1 point out. I think he should be fine. Eli Bright is finished 17th. He came in here 4 points out. It's a little bit closer for Eli Bright if he will make it. And then Juan Garcia in 18th, Ben Watson in 19th. We all saw that he won at Michigan last time out. And then Stephen Cohen got 20. And then Noah Clifton got 22nd. Might be good. And then Brett Sealer 26th. He's not gonna make it. He's definitely not. He's always 8 points out, and that just seals it. Same with Winslow. He was always 16 points out. And then Roger Hampton 32nd, Baylor 34th, Thompson 35th, and PJ Lambs 36th. It's gonna be close. Like I said last week at Michigan, they needed to have good ones at Michigan to make sure that they didn't have to worry about Talladega. And unfortunately, for a lot of the heavy hitters, Keegan Thompson, Jeremy Baylor, Roger Hampton, PJ Williams, not many playoff draws did not get involved in flashes today. And it's going to be interesting who makes it into Round 8 at the end of this video. Man, if this race was crazy, I can't imagine how the Cup race is going to be tomorrow here at Talladega, with it being 47 laps instead of 22 laps here for the trucks. Oh boy, well, thank you guys so much for watching here at Talladega Super Speedway. A wild one for sure. And at the end of the video, you will see the points, playoff points, Rookie of the Year points, and all that jazz here after a wild Talladega. And now after this race, it's, I believe, it's Road America, Chicagoland, and Phoenix, I believe. Yeah, Road America, Chicagoland, and Phoenix to end the Round of 8, and then there's Homestead for season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series. We are almost there, and now we just have 3 races to find out who will make it into the Final 4 at Homestead for the season 3 championship finale. But until Road America, which I don't know when, probably a week or 2 from now. Until Road America, I will see you guys then. Congratulations once again for Bobby Frazier on winning the Peco Foods 250. Until next time, and until tomorrow for the Red Bull Cup Series, Jimmy John's 500 at Talladega. I will see you guys then. Bye.